Welcome to Cyprus again, everybody. It's Saturday afternoon, early afternoon, 1 o'clock in Cyprus. We're down to 4 players that are left in the championship division with 1 loss. They're going to play off today and again at 4 o'clock this afternoon, Cyprus time. It's now 1 o'clock Cyprus time. And then they'll have a winner from the 1 loss who is going to play in the championship against Orlovsky. In the Jurgen Orlovsky in the finals tomorrow. The match we're going to bring you today is with Timur Azizov from Moscow. He's a very, very fine player. He actually was in the finals of a Cyprus tournament in 2019, a different tournament in Cyprus, not the Merit, but another one, but a very fine player. He's playing against Chris Rogers, who we all know has been streamed quite a few times and was also very active in Monte Carlo and on the stream there. One of the very fine players from England. And I'm very, very proud and pleased today to have as my co-commentator Bozo Iliev from the stream team. He's from Sofia, and he has won a couple of tournaments, but he's the organizer of the stream team. If you go to YouTube and search for Backgammon Stream Team, you'll find they have many matches there, and they're really helping to promote the game. Welcome. Nice to see you with me, Bozo.
Thank you very much, Phil. It's an honor for me being here with you in the studio.
Looking forward to it. The winner of this match will play the winner of the other match that's going on right now, Tobias Helwag, my roommate, my good friend from Belgium, and Zakaria Gufashvili, I'm sure I said it wrong, from Georgia. They will play off for the finals of the once defeated. And then the finals will be a single final of 17 match, only 1 game. But the one who is undefeated, Jurgen Orlovsky, will get an extra bonus money-wise because he made it through undefeated. But I like the fact that it's going to be 1 match. I'm going to get the players started right now, and we'll get going. And I'm watching the chat, so if you have any questions, comments, anything you want to put on that chat, I'll be reading it. Thank you very much for any comments you make. Some people I know are using XG and putting in some of the plays and PRs. I love to see that as well. All right, we're going to get started.
So we are just about to start the match. We have Chris Rogers on the bottom of the table playing white checkers versus Timur Azizov playing on the top with the red checkers. So there's the handshake, and we're off.
Okay, Timur is on the top with the red checkers. Chris Rogers on the bottom with the white checkers.
Okay, they start with good points. Now for 1, he has to play 1 down to the 9 and probably to split the back checkers.
I always split the back checkers when my opponent has 2 checkers on the 8 because it freezes those checkers. Didn't quite freeze it, he played it anyway, but now you got a direct shot. That's why you split.
And there is the direct hit. So he's going to go all the way.
He's thinking about making the 9 point. It leaves a direct 5. Well, it's not a direct when he's on the bar, though. What do you like here, Bozo?
Yeah, I like making the 9 point, actually.
Uh-huh.
And first dance in the match. 6-3, so going all the way to the 8 point, I believe, not leaving anything, because the rock is too powerful. Or probably 2 down, 10 and 11, for bringing more builders. What do you think, Phil?
Across, and I would have brought another one down, too, but I like this play. Having
like
a spare on the 8 is very strong.
Looked like the standard play with 3 checkers on the midpoint. Now stripping it completely. So that's clear. Too dangerous to split and leave 3 blots in the opponent's home board. And there you go, 6-5.
Very good roll. Gives him a big edge in the game.
And now Chris needed a 4. No 4. So 1 down and 1 to the 9. Or maybe risking now.
I might slot, but there's no cover, so not critical. Is there any Any logic in splitting? 24-23?
Oh, there is a lot of logic in splitting because the opponent has already run with both checkers, but it's a bit dangerous. So having the rook at the other side of the board is definitely.
I like the split.
You like the split?
I like the split, and I like the cube,
I like the QP as
but I'm
well.
taking. Would you take?
Definitely.
Yeah, we both would take, but I think it's a good aggressive cube.
Yeah, Timur is on fire, I have seen yesterday.
Chris won an unbelievable match against Jorgen Granstedt last night. It was a coup classique that he won, which is pretty tough game to win, but Jorgen rolled the one, and he hit both checkers and won the game. They got to two-away. Chris forgot to double. Oh, he
And
passed.
there's the drop.
You and I would both take.
Wow, was it a nice bluff by Timur, or maybe we were wrong?
I would bet money we were right.
I hope so.
We'll see.
So, first blood to Timur Azizov, 1-0. Match is to 11 points, so 10 away, 11 away.
You see the split again because of the two checkers on the 8-point. I think that's clear.
And this hit is also clear. So 5-2.
You didn't see my recording, the wood.
Maybe going to the 18, taking advantage of the fact that the 8-point is stripped. What do you think?
I think it's thematic. I think you go to the 18.
So we agree on that.
When you do your team streaming, is it all in English?
It's all in English. That's Eric McAlpine from UK, John Lazzarosana from Italy, and myself, Božidar Iliev from Bulgaria, aka Božo.
Eric's an old friend of mine. Say hello to him for me.
Eric is an amazing guy, so we are very happy having him in the team.
Eric McAlpine?
Yes.
England.
Yes. So 4-5, maybe time to run.
I would certainly run.
Let's see if that's going to be his final decision.
Move isn't over until you hit the clock. And he hit the clock.
On his bike.
Yep, you want action. The game plan for Chris is to get a shot and hit it. So he wants to come out and make it a little harder for Timur to play safely.
That's going to be the bar point for sure.
Yep.
No-brainer.
Yep.
And the cube is about to appear very soon.
Unless he comes in with a 3, I think you're going to see a cube. Even then,
Even then,
you may have a cube.
even more.
Yeah, it may. Right.
I guess 4-2 and double twos. Nah, I don't think so. It's too powerful, the 4 prime with 2 spare checkers.
And
on
too
the
many
6.
shots. Doesn't hurt to look.
Okay,
2-5, it's going to be double pass.
it should be double pass for me as well, yeah. I agree with you.
Nothing wrong with taking a little time, though. Maybe you'll make your opponent think it's a take. That's a game I play with weaker players. I don't think it's going to work with Timur. He's going to drop this cube it took him 2 seconds to drop.
Yeah. 2-0 Timur Azizov. Who is your favorite in this match, Phil?
I don't know Timur very well. I know Chris Rogers well, and I would say he's the favorite, but I could be wrong. An 11-point match, anything can happen. If I had to bet money, I'd bet on Chris. Even now, right now, I would, even though he's losing 2-0, I'd bet on Chris. He's a fighter. Earlier in this tournament, he was losing 1 away, 11 away Crawford and won the match. Had 3.4%. He came back and won it.
That sounds like Chris.
That's a fighter. And he was playing a very strong player, so it wasn't just luck, it was real. He said, I always take some luck.
I like this play, leaving the
Yeah.
checker on the 20, trying to make an anchor. Okay, that should be a double hit, strong double hit.
By the way, Timur lives in Moscow. He's a professional chess organizer and referee. Pretty interesting profession.
Okay, so I guess Chris can consider sending the cube here, because making the 5 point and clearing one of the blots is gonna lose his market by a mile.
But I think it's a take because he might not make the 5 point, and he may have to make it with a 2. I think it's a take.
It's definitely a take because
question
Timur
is,
has the
yeah.
stronger board as
Looks
well.
like a good cube.
I like it. Even if it's a bit too early, I like it very much.
I know I'm taking because I'm not positive it's a cube. That's reverse Woolsey's law. If you're not sure it's, he passed.
And he
passed.
dropped. Wow.
This is 2 cube decisions that you and I disagreed with the players. Maybe we got to get new commentators. Let's leave and find somebody who knows knows the game better than we do. Twice we've disagreed with the players on takes. Well, that's game. Six-four. That's kind of a, you don't see that play too often except at DMP or at Gammon Save to just run all the way. It's an interesting style. Most
Yep.
people play the other 2 plays of making the 2-point or out, up and down.
It did pay off after making the 9 point.
Absolutely paid off. When you don't get hit, it pays off. Immediately, it's good. Very good racing play. But maybe he made the play because he's ahead in the match. I don't know. 2-1 doesn't change my thinking at all. What do you do here? Do you run or make the bar? I think I run.
definitely run because there is a direct shot with the 6s from 22, so no way to risk that. Now he has to go to 21 in order to see daylight. And 1 down makes sense. Another option is slotting 5 and 3 point and keeping the back man.
And
as
another
they
option is
are.
to go out to the 18. But
That looks a bit too dangerous.
yeah, I like this.
Me too.
Take the 11. He's thinking about hitting 2 because of those 2 blots in the inner board. I would make the 11 anyway.
I would go to 9. But making 11 is same theme. Okay, he chose to make the 11 point. 6-3 making the 5 point in a heartbeat.
And come down.
And come down, yeah. Anything else? Was there one match during the tournament view you would consider the most exciting match?
Oh, yeah. Last night between Chris Rogers and Jürgen Granstead, where Chris forgot to double at 2-away, thought he had won the match and was surprised to find out he had forgotten to double. And then Jürgen is a clear winner, except he gets to the coup classique with 3 checkers on the 2, and he rolls a 1, and Chris hits it and wins the game. That was just incredibly exciting. And it went
Amazing.
back and forth. Back and forth. And that was the wildest and most fun match by far. But we've had several matches that we saw Kazuko leave only double 4s, or otherwise he wins the match. And I don't have to tell you what happened. His opponent rolls the double 4. I was doing the commentary with Mochi. Mochi lives with Kazuko. They're close friends. Mochi let out a moan and a scream like I've never heard anybody. He was in such pain. It was like he lost himself. Like he was shot in the stomach. So that was very exciting as well. It was a great match. And Kazuko had come back from like way down. He was like at 3% in the match. He came back to a huge winner, unless the guy rolled double 4s. So we've had a lot of exciting matches. That's backgammon.
Backgammon at its best.
A lot of great players here and a lot of great matches. They're all on YouTube. You can go back and look at them. I'm very proud to have great commentators like yourself and Mochi and Tobias. Jürgen Granstead was also doing commentary with me.
Thomas Tenland.
Thomas Tenlin. I'm glad you mentioned that. I'd forgotten. Thomas is great. I'd given Thomas lessons years ago, and I was so proud that he had taken lessons from me. He said, "Yes, I've been working hard to forget what you taught me." I think this is a good cube.
Nah, it's a difficult decision for Chris.
I'm passing. I don't like it. Position, race, and threats. He's down in all three categories. I like that Pratt approach. He doesn't have the anchor. He might get blitzed here. There's some pointing numbers. And even if he makes an anchor, then he's still got to try and win from there. I think this is a clear pass. But again, I've been wrong every time. There he goes. Every decision I'd like, they go the other way.
Okay, so I'm down
Come down, sure,
to
come
the
down.
10 point, bringing more builders for making the bar and the 6 prime.
I don't see another play. I guess you could think you can go to the 5 point, but the bar point is more important than the 4 point here.
And 6-4 is gonna bring him troubles after
Sure,
that.
sure. I wouldn't use that much time on the clock.
And Chris is rolling every time 6-3. I think the third consecutive time. Definitely sure he's not happy with that.
El Negro Backgammon says it was a pass. Thank you. I thought it was a big pass. You make the 4 point or the bar point? I make the 4 point. Side points are usually more important than outside points. Oh, there's another play. Wow, that was not on my list.
I would make the 4 point as well.
Wow, that was, I guess with the 3 blots inside, he's deciding he wants to blitz. I never would have considered that play.
Yeah, and look at this now. No spare checkers for continuing the prime.
Well, it's working out okay because he hasn't anchored, but I really thought that was a wild play.
Yeah. So that's tough. He would like to go to the bar, avoiding his opponent making a homeboard point, but on the other hand, he has 3 blots in his home field.
Now you make the bar. This is very easy. Or is he going to blitz again and hit 2? This is so automatic. I don't understand.
1-6-2-6.
It's also a great roll. I mean, you just smile and make the play.
No any of those. So let's see if Chris will be able to form an anchor.
Well, he can make a 6 prime. Although builders might be more attractive at this, with the blots in there. 6 primes are sometimes overrated.
I think I am not gonna make the 6 prime because the main idea for Timur is just to blitz the 2 checkers before they form an anchor. Which just happened.
Yep. You must anchor.
You must anchor if you don't want to lose 4 points here.
You must anchor.
Because at
And
this
he
score,
agrees. He agrees.
at this score, losing 4 points is gonna be crucial for winning the match.
There aren't many times where 4 points isn't painful in an 11-point match.
Definitely. So that's clear. Just bring it to the 6 point and play 4 wherever it's possible.
Well, there was an argument for slotting the 4 point there. I think there was a good argument for slotting with those two blots. I might have done it. I think I would have. I would have slotted the 4 point. Maybe he doesn't roll a 1. If he does, it's not terrible. And that's the point I want to make. It's harder to make now. Yep, I'm more convinced than ever. I don't think he looked at it. It's going to be a lot harder to win this game without the 4 point.
Right.
Look at this play. You're going to have to stack. He's going to have to stack or clear the 8. You know what? I think I clear the 8. I like that better than the stack.
How likely is your opponent to crunch in the next row?
Not very likely. That's why I would have cleared the 8.
So clearing the 8 makes sense.
He wouldn't come out with a 5 probably if he had it. Good. Take it back. Clear the 8 point. I would bet this play also. Of course, I'd lose lots of bets.
This looks looks nicer, definitely, giving 1
And-
out of 36 chance to the
Yeah, and see,
opponent.
there's a 5. He's not going, so it didn't cost you. This is much cleaner.
So 3-5, that's easier,
Perfect.
making the 4 point.
It's perfect. I wouldn't use a second of clock time on these plays.
So there is the crunch. And
Good roll.
strong one.
Very
strong
good roll.
one.
Now, nothing leaves the shot. He gets all of his checkers in quickly. It's exactly what he wanted.
And there are even some gammons now, not very likely, but not impossible. Okay, look at this.
I would take 2 off and 2 off the 2 high points. You could just clear the top points, but to me, the 2 off and 1 from the 6 and 1 from the 5, that's not on my list. That was, again, not on my list. Creating a gap, you're not going to get any gammons.
If you don't get any gammons, I would have cleared the 6 point bearing off 1
Yeah.
checker.
It's already getting awkward. Now you got to come off the 6 and peel a checker. I just didn't like that play at all.
Okay, start with 2 off.
Oh, no,
that's,
no.
That's not too, that's not
No,
the
you got to
idea.
take it off the 6. Way too many shots this way. And you don't need the extra checker off. You're not going to get a gammon. You're not going to lose the race, so you play for the fewest shots. You take it off the 6 point and off the 2.
He's just taking a careful look. Yeah, take the checker on the 2 point off and then think about the 5. That's right, Timur. And now it's clear, 6-1.
Your approach is exactly right. You know that's the 2 no matter what. Do that and then look.
Yeah,
It
because
should make it easy to come off the 6 now.
1 out of 100 times you'll make a mistake by not doing that. Okay, so he's really gonna do it. Okay, going for the gammon.
I don't like that play at all.
Let's see if he's gonna be punished for this bold play.
The 1 more checker off is not going to get him a gammon, but it could cost him the game.
Going to the 2 point, not very efficient. If he finds a shot, he needs to have the checkers distribution in the best way. So that's the right play to me. And there it is. He would have left a shot anyway.
Yep. This is forced, otherwise you're leaving a double shot. It's automatic.
Yeah.
Pick up your dice.
Okay, so now 3, 2, 1, action. Gammon saved.
No. Okay. There's 2 bear-off plays that Timur make that I really hated. I didn't like peeling 4 checkers off the 4, and I didn't like leaving the spare on the 6. There's 2 good books on the end game called In the Game to the End by Bob Wachtel, written in the 1993, I believe. And then he did a revised new edition, which proves that his first book was pretty good, even before he had the computers. But Wachtel is a master of this, and I've read the books, I've studied it, and I'm pretty sure both of those plays were wrong.
Bob is just a very special ambassador of our sport.
Oh, Bob? Yeah, he's terrific. What I love is I like playing tennis with him. He was down in Jamaica, and we played tennis every morning at the Jamaican tournament. Very smart guy. He's got I think his PhD in philosophy.
Bob is very often a guest in the Stream Team studio, so we are
Oh, he
very
is?
happy
Good.
having him.
He's a great player. One of the top LA trio of Joe Russell, Steve Sachs, and Bob Wachtel. They're legendary.
All right, so 10 away, 7 away, Timur Azizov. And he finds
Great
the
hit.
shot from
Great
the
shot.
bar. Good response.
Yeah, instead of making the anchor, he's playing offensive because he's got him outboarded. He wants to be hitting. You got 300 board points versus 1. Some people might make the 20-point anchor there, and that's the wrong idea when you are in an offensive position.
And 1/4 on the scoreboard.
Ah, good point. Make the 2, because there's nothing else productive. Great roll.
And making the
He
opponent's bar.
needed an anchor there, or he was going to get in trouble, possibly getting blitzed.
And now Chris should go crazy, bringing checkers all around, looking for the contact because he already has 4.
I would go out to the bar.
I would play 1 down.
Play down, I come to the bar.
Okay, he chose your play. 6-3, this is the double hit.
There's no or, so you have to double hit. What else are you going to do?
And it's not so bad.
No, it's not bad.
You have the bar point, your opponent's bar point, so even if you get hit, you have chances to survive. Maybe even good for his timing.
Great roll, comes in and hits.
There's the shot.
Comes in, hits, and comes down.
Yeah, he has to fight for his 5-point. And this is probably gonna be double pass
No,
at this score.
no.
Can he risk?
It's going to be it might be a double, but I think it's a take.
Yeah, 3 checkers back. It's a lot. Yeah,
Certainly is a double. So you say pass and I say take?
I think I would have dropped this.
In the old days, we would prop it, play it out 10 times for $100 to see who was right. Now you put it in XG and you know right away. The old days was more fun. He took it.
He took it.
I would have too.
Good guess, Phil.
I don't know if it's a good guess. He may have made a big mistake.
Well, you guessed right that he will do it.
Step up. There you go.
Maybe going to the 9 because he's gonna make the 5-point with 5-4 and 4-4. 4-4 anyway.
This play is forced by logic. FBL. Forced by logic.
Forced by logic.
No other
yeah.
play. There's the 2.
And this play is FBL as well.
Yeah, it comes out. Out with the 6.
No slot, definitely.
Well, I don't know. You might slot here. Slotting has some sexiness to
It
it.
is sexy, but you don't want to give your opponent double shot.
I see. Makes the point.
11 or 9.
I would make the 11th.
Okay. So that looks solid. Oh, wow.
Got to come out.
Don't hit. Don't hit.
Just come out.
Run, baby, run.
Come out. You got lots of time to play this game later. Good play. Good roll.
Wow, 1-6 from the bar. Look at this. And Chris is way ahead in the race.
So you race.
Went ahead in the race, race.
Yeah, take the two checkers out and then think about the next two. I would probably safety off the 13 because I don't want to leave a double shot.
5 point is sexy, but I don't think it's the main part in his game
I'm not
plan
sure.
now.
I'm not sure. 5 point, there's likely to be some fireworks and it would be nice to have the 5 point. If you don't leave a shot here, all that's going to happen is Timur is going to make some points and you leave a shot later. I might make the 5 point. Or come around. I like coming around too. It's a pure racing play. But if you're going to leave action, I think the 5 point is right.
His play
Chris
looks-
Bray said it was a pass, and Chris certainly knows. I've read his books too.
Okay, he went for the running play.
And it worked because he didn't get hit. There are 24 hits.
It worked for now.
Wasn't quite 24 hits, double two didn't hit. So. It worked for now, you're right. He's got a lot to clear there.
We have 1-6, 5-1, and double sixes. That is not clearing it. Not one of those. So the future looks bright for Chris. The moment, big raise lead, Q%.
So I have Hal Heinrich's database. You can figure out exactly how many times you would leave a shot from this position. I have no idea how useful that is. If you knew that, I just know it's going to happen sometimes. But there is a reasonable chance that Chris will leave a shot.
Maybe one time.
Knowing the exact percentage is just way beyond my abilities.
Okay, so this time is coming. Can he clear?
Yeah, I think he's going to leave a shot probably, I would say 75 or 80% of the time. The odds of bringing this in without leaving a shot are not very good. Of course, he'll roll doubles on the next roll and prove me wrong.
Well, 3-6 is leaving a shot. It's and 2-6. 2-6 and 3-6 are the only four numbers leaving shot at the moment. Let's see. Well, this looks like 2-6, but not exactly.
That's huge. That was very big for Chris. That reduces his odds of leaving a shot by multiples.
So he took the 25% chance you
Yeah.
gave him.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1-6 the only one, and then in 1/3 of the times he will get hit. Approximately 1.5%.
15263.
Good, thank you.
I made that up.
Okay, this is not the case, so now most probably the score is gonna be 4-3. Very tiny gammon chances, but that's gonna be a miracle.
Never should have taken this cube. According to Mr. Bray, it was a pass anyway.
But he did, so
I thought it was a take.
we have to accept.
Maybe because of the score, you pointed that out. Maybe because of the score, that would certainly would add to the idea of passing.
Well, normally we tend to pass against the 4-point board being on the bar. So that's like a general thing. Sometimes, okay, 5-point open, no spare checkers,
But the 18 point was made.
18-point made, yeah. But
That
it
was
still
a
looked
Major
dangerous
feature,
to
I
me.
thought.
Because you might end up in a situation never to have the connection with the 8-point when your opponent makes his 5, and yeah, not worth, especially when leading the score.
7-away, 8-away. It's pretty much normal.
Until we get to the 4-cube territory.
Yeah, that's right. The rules of this tournament are not legal moves, it's responsible moves. If your opponent makes an illegal move, you can decide whether to accept it or not. We do not play dice on the checkers. They're taking a break. For those of you who aren't aware, we have the Crawford rule, which means when somebody gets to 1 point away from winning the match, nobody can double for one game, and then you can double. And in fact, the trailer, who's ever behind, must double. It makes no sense not to. And the finals will be tomorrow at 1400. Jürgen Olowski from Ulm, Germany, will play one of the 4 players left that we're going to see today. After this match, we'll have a break until 4 o'clock, which is 1500 Cyprus time. Chris Bray said my error. I thought Chris had changed it. It was a take, an easy take with 2 entry points. Hooray! Phil got one right.
Well done, Phil.
Wow, thank you, Chris. You make me look a little better now. But I don't mind making a mistake. If I was perfect, I wouldn't be wasting my time doing commentary.
Well, you're not wasting your time. You're making all of us, the live stream viewers, happy to have you in the studio.
Well, thank you. Very kind of you to say that. I really enjoy doing the commentary. It gets me, it's my ticket to getting around the world to Cyprus. It got me to Dubai, got me to Monaco. And actually, I'm going to do some private commentary on some special events in New York. I'm really enjoying it. I spend every morning, I get up and play tennis, and the rest of the day I'm giving lessons and lectures in backgammon, little gin rummy and poker here and there. Just a wonderful life thanks to backgammon. And I never thought I would enjoy, I'm almost 80 years old, I'll be 79 soon. I never thought I would enjoy my senior years this much and be this active in traveling the world. And it's all because of backgammon and my friends in backgammon. So thank you all for your support, for asking for me. I wouldn't be here if you didn't like me. Now, tell me about the stream team. Tell me what you're doing.
What we are doing with the stream team is streaming backgammon.
Everywhere or particular matches?
No, we mostly stream online matches.
Uh-huh.
And here and there we also stream live matches.
Uh-huh.
But our main goal is streaming online matches. So we do stream the Slavia Open, the 21 Syndrome. We stream the Slavia Open All-Stars versus the WBIF Dream Team. Probably the most exciting event we stream and organize is the Best of the Best, which is the competition between the 8 best players according to the WBIF PR ranking.
Uh-huh.
And we also stream some WBIF finals. Recently we streamed the German BMAB together with Mate Fecher.
Do you,
thanks to him.
when you stream, are you using XG feed?
When we stream live matches, we do use XG feed. When we stream online matches, there is the Heroes GNU Analyze running in real time, so it's not really necessary.
That's great.
So we sometimes do analyzing studios after the match where we do use XG. But yeah, that's it. We have a lot of very nice special guests like Dirk Schimann, Michi, Bob Wachter we mentioned, Karen Sarkisian, Jürgen Orlowski is every time commenting the best of the best final with us, and many more fine players. I'm not going to.
That's great. Well, I'm going to subscribe to that channel. Sounds like a great way to learn more about backgammon too, with those kinds of experts involved. A couple of the people you named were part of my Backgammon Learning Center teaching teams. So you're picking good people, people who really know the game.
That's our goal to
Yeah.
help our viewers to enjoy
Yeah.
the game better and better.
Well, Dirk and Bob Wachtel are part of our team, and they certainly are two of the best analysts in the world of backgammon. Okay, here we go. Close match. Very big match in terms of money and potential for winning huge amounts of money. This is one of the big money tournaments in the game. But it's not about money. It's about glory. It's about ego. It's about, I think these two players, if they were playing for nothing, would try just as hard, just to try and play well. That's the fun of backgammon. It doesn't have to be for money. I play all kinds of matches and games for nothing, and we're just trying to see how well we can play.
I bet you're right, Phil, because backgammon is becoming more and more sport, which is great for bringing more people in the game, and a lot of kids and a lot of women, people all over the world. So, yeah, it's not so much about the money as it probably was in the past. Now it's more about, as you mentioned, glory and passion and trophies and winning and just enjoying the life.
Right, and I'm glad you mentioned it. There's a lot of incentive going on and a whole bunch of programs that I'm involved in and several that I just heard about to bring children into the game. And then we have the women in backgammon groups in the United States that are really gaining a lot and seeing more and more women involved. And that's what we need. Because if you get women and men, now you're getting families. You get the whole family to come, and I think that's going to grow the game a lot. And I think it's wonderful for children to play backgammon. It's a great tool for learning math and statistics and risk reward and dealing with luck, just like real life.
Talking about the women, Phil, at the moment we have round number 1 in the Merit Open ladies tournament, and we have, I think, a record of 46 participants.
Wow. And our numbers are down quite a bit this year because of the conflict in the Middle East and because of pricing going up. So even with the numbers down, we're getting a record number of women in the tournament. That speaks very, very highly for what's going on here. Yeah, this is a clear pass, clear double pass. Okay. Change the scoreboard. 4-4. 7 away, 7. I'm sorry, 9. 7 away, 7
Yeah,
away.
it is 7 away,
7 away, 7 away. Got a
So-
7-point match now.
Chris is back after trailing 1-4. Now score is tied. And they continue rolling the same number in the beginning.
Some people in money games double the cube when you roll the same number, but you don't do that in match play.
Not really.
The other difference in match play is you don't play the Jacoby rule. In money play, you have to turn the cube in order to get credit for a gammon or backgammon. That's not true in match play. And of course, the Crawford rule I mentioned earlier, where you can't double when someone gets one away, is another change. But the biggest change in match play is how the value of gammons change and your take points change as the score changes. And that also changes your checker strategy. So it's really much more intricate than money play or single game play. This is a pretty strong position, and he is doubling, but I think it's still a take. Got those 2 checkers back. He's only got the 5-point made. I think it's still a take at the score, 7 away, 7 away.
So we have 10 checkers in the zone and 3 points, just 5 and 6 points. Some good chances for making the bar, but that's still.
By the way,
far from
I only
over.
count 9 checkers in the zone. I don't count the 11, the checker on the 11 as being in the zone because it doesn't aim within 6 of an inner board point. So it's a matter of definition about zone.
Yeah, it helps for making the bar.
It does help for making the bar.
Half
You're
a
right.
checker, 9.5.
Okay. Yeah. And
I agree.
And again, they disagree. The cube action disagrees with me. They passed, and I would have taken.
So for first time in this semi-final match, Chris Rogers is ahead on the scoreboard.
That's right. He's unflappable. In Monte Carlo, the same thing happened. He was often down in the match. He doesn't seem to get shaken at all. He's just very deliberate in his plays, cube action, show no emotion at all. Nice guy, though. I like Chris. That's more important. I like the guy. I don't dislike Timur, I just don't know him.
Okay, this looks like clear, making the 9 point. It's part of your prime. You did. And if now he was trailing by 3 points, for example, it would have been already time to send the cube.
I don't know how to make this play. That would be my play, only because everything else looks uglier.
That looks ugly. So down, hit and split maybe.
Or hit twice.
Hit twice.
Hitting twice is an option here.
Yeah, but he's playing.
He's a blitzer.
Okay.
He was blitzing earlier. You remember that play where he...
With the double twos.
Yeah, the double twos.
Yeah, you're
This
right.
he likes to blitz.
But his game plan here is to prime his opponent, having the 4 point and the 9 point.
I agree. I didn't say I like the play. I just
You're right,
thought
absolutely.
he
Yeah.
would do it.
I'm okay with splitting because you will duplicate your opponent's sixes. But yeah, as you pointed correctly, he went for the blitz.
I do not think this is a double. Even if you make the 2 point, that's not the best looking board, and he might not even make it. Do not think it's a double. He's thinking about it.
It's good to take a look.
Oh, it doesn't hurt to look. I'm just projecting. However, I disagree with the cube action most of the time in this game.
You do, because it's easy for us here enjoying the streaming studio, and not being under pressure like the two players.
Oh, I think I'm under tremendous pressure. My reputation's at stake, except I haven't got much to lose there. People already know that I'm not the best player in the world, so I'm not afraid to make a wrong guess.
And he went for rolling.
Yep, I agreed with that. I don't think he should have doubled. Now,
I would double now.
does have 10 checkers in the zone, yeah. And I think it's a take.
It's not a nice decision for Chris. It's
No,
one of those close decisions where you probably have to take, but you dislike it because it's so blitzy.
I'm taking.
So what do we have? Double threes, double fives, double sixes, 3-6.
He took,
They
okay.
did.
Finally, they agreed with me one time.
Yeah, they did. 3-1, not one of those, but still
He hits.
a strong loose hit.
I do not split. I like to get the builders in the outfield. I would play to the 8 point. The 2 checkers up, your game is there. The Danes in Denmark, they came up with the idea, the game is here. You hear them say that often. I don't like
And
that
he
split.
did split.
Yeah, I don't like the split at all.
6-1 dance, and now...
Wouldn't it be nice to have extra covers? You didn't need it, but it would have been nice. Cover and look for the 1.
9-8, so that you have a direct contact with the deuce point.
Yep. And you don't need to make the anchor, and you're not going to slot, so 9-8 is kind of forced.
Yeah, because 6-4 would be...
In my
really
mind,
bad.
Timur is taking a long time on plays that I think are obvious or forced, and it could bite him at the end of the match if he's short of time. Like this play just seems so clear.
And there is the deuce, so he's happy to have the contact now.
And it paid off. He's going to hit with the 6, come down with 2 6s, and come out with 1. Come down with 2. Again, this play is all forced. He's taking too slow. And then come down. There's nothing else.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Chris, now
very
is the
methodical.
time. Okay, 5 is not the worst, not the best.
First you cover,
5 point and 1 down.
right?
No need to hit with 2 blots, I think.
Cover and come down.
Cover and come down, yeah.
That's it. And this is a huge roll right now for the match. This could be a big swing roll, whether he rolls a 5 or not.
He will consider the hitting play, counting the combinations. Now it's 20 shots versus 11 covers.
I must tell you, I'm not sure. This could be right. It's not my play, but it could be right.
Yeah, because if you get hit on the deuce point, it's nothing really bad. So only problem is the 5.
Yeah, if you don't do this and he rolls a 5 and he anchors, you're in big trouble. He's got a really good game. So I can see the logic, but I still don't think it's right.
I still make the deuce point. Yeah, I agree with you, Phil. I make the deuce point, bringing a checker down, a builder. But you pointed earlier correctly that he's a blitzy player, so he went for the blitz. And now probably Timur is happy because this would have been a great anchor.
Yeah, this is a horrible 6. Very, very bad roll. Lose a builder like that.
Now Chris is a favorite to come back in the game.
Hit twice.
Wow,
hit
what a
twice.
comeback. Unbelievable sequence.
Followed by another joker. Joker. Come on, hit him.
Empire strikes back.
Now, do you hit again or do you
I
come
hit
out?
on the deuce point for
You-
sure.
I do too. Put that other checker up, especially with the outside blot and the difference of the board strength. There you go, he found it. Wow, that was 2 big jokers in a row, but the last joker gets the last laugh.
Chris can row another one.
He needs it. He needs a 2 or a 5.
There is
You
the
got
2.
the 2. I wasn't sure which I'd rather have, the 2 or the 5.
Oh, I would prefer the 5.
Okay. This is an anchor. Make the bar. Again, this is a simple play. You got to make the bar. Out to the 18. Boy, he's using a lot of time on plays that I think are forced. Maybe, I don't know, maybe people's minds work differently.
That's 100%. And now back to Timur.
Yep. 2s and 5s.
No.
He wants a 1 to hit. 7 also hits, yep. That's clear. Hit the clock, let's go, come on. If he was my partner to shoe it, I'd be slapping him. I'm so impatient. I have to learn to be more patient. Ah, I switch and hit. I doubling hit here, yeah, and now switch.
There is not much else to do.
That's right. Well, he could lift. Come
He can,
on,
but-
3 to 2 with 2, and that's it. It's a beautiful play.
Okay, but with 3 on the bar, lifting is not that bad, but I still prefer sending the 4 checker on the bar.
Why not? The alternative is lifting. Okay, good. That's it.
Yeah, main problem is there is no direct cover, so we give our
Yeah, it
opponent
was still a
2 or
joker
3
roll. It was
rows.
still a joker roll. Putting 4 up gives you some time here. Bring your builder around,
So go to 11,
right? Get a builder. There
Yeah.
you go.
and now Chris again needs a miracle. No, 5 this time,
6 covers, 17 numbers cover.
plus double 5s, 18.
Oh, you're right. That's sharp. Come on, this is forced.
I make the 5 point here. No need to give this shot.
You make 5 point
Yeah,
and give up the 6?
yeah. He has 4 checkers on the bar, so
Wow. That wasn't on my list. Wow.
Yeah, because you keep the 4-point board.
That's a great play. I didn't even see it. I didn't consider that play. Wow, you're smarter than you look.
Thank you.
Come on, just keep moving checkers out. The front checker as far as you can. Get closer. Right. You got to get to the zone as fast as you can. Don't worry about those back checkers.
He keeps dancing.
Double four is a very good roll.
So now
There's a
he
lot of
has
wood around.
3 builders in
Yeah,
his outfield.
this is great. One, now off the 5 point,
and
2,
one
3,
from 24.
or just 24 3 times. Same thing. 1, 2.
Okay, maybe he's considering bringing this one to the 8 point so that he has more builders for the 3-point as well. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
This might be
That
good.
makes sense. Good roll. Chris, you better perform. That's a start.
2s, 5s, and 6s.
6-2
There you are.
combination. Well, that switch of making the 5 point was clearly right, clearly paid off, and I didn't see it. I learn every time I watch a game. Because I have so much to learn, too. Out to the bar. Don't waste time. Come on, don't lift. Good.
He must have heard you.
He's a 4 to cover. Got it.
Many fours.
Double fours. It's a good roll. It's not a cracking number.
Well, Timur on his way to meet Mr. Crawford.
Yeah. How could anybody take this cube? I would have. The big play was the double hit. That started the blitz. He decided to go with a blitzing game instead of a priming game, and it worked. But
2 times.
yeah,
One with the 1-6 and one with the 5-3.
yeah, this guy's a blitzer.
He definitely is.
The nice thing about a blitz is when it works, you're going to win lots of gammons. When it doesn't work, you're going to lose lots of games.
Okay, good play. No bad numbers. I'll go to the 5 point.
Absolutely right. You got to make sure double sixes works. Double six works this way also.
Okay, again, 5 point so that you avoid any troubles with double 6s and double 5s. How likely is Timur to win a BG here? What do you think about that field?
I think it's 12.5%.
That was very exact.
Yeah, I made that up too. See, 42.5% of all statistics are made up,
Nice.
including that one.
Good job.
I have no idea. But I don't think there's that many BGs, but there could be 10% BGs here. Has he got 3 to play? This is my play. I don't think BG in these games. I think just about the gammon. Maybe on the last couple of rolls, I start thinking about a BG if it's still viable.
Yeah, now is a good time to
2 off.
take off 2 checkers. Yeah.
This is fine.
Chris keeps dancing.
You can play so perfectly safe here. Why not do it?
Yeah, now is the time to consider the BGs and to count very well the numbers because he danced already 2 times and
Yeah, you might take 3 off the, what? See,
I think 2 off from the 4 point is the aggressive candidate.
I don't know. 3 off from the 2 is pretty aggressive also.
Yeah, but after that you
Yeah, you got the
have
open 2
troubles
point.
and you cannot bear off
Yeah.
efficiently. So
I agree.
it's either clearing 5 and 4, which still leaves double threes, double fours, and double fives and double sixes, or just bearing off two from the 4 point, and then you have 6 short leaving numbers, but 2 off, which is a good thing.
Well, it's more than 6 because the high doubles also leave a shot. Double 6 and double 5.
Okay, he went for the safe play, which I think is good. Winning less BGs, but securing the game.
I certainly play 3-2. I don't peel.
I take a checker off here.
You do?
Yeah.
Ha!
Oh, it's 4 on the bar, and it's already 10 checkers, which is approximately 6 rows. So it's highly likely already to increase your chances for winning a backgammon, and this is gonna.
That was my play.
That's your play, yeah.
Because you could still,
That's
lose
a-
the gammon by getting hit too.
That's an extra row. Okay, 6-2, very nice. Now it's 5 rows for Chris. Good beginning. 2 in. Okay. Look at this. Only 3 rows left.
Oh, and he
And
danced
that's
with
a
both.
dancing number.
Oh,
ladies and
now the
gentlemen.
BGs are right on the table.
So he needs a double.
Oh
right
my
now.
gosh.
Right now. Don't wait with the double. Oh wow, double not enough. And that's the end of the match.
No, 6 gives him 10 points.
Ah yeah, okay, Crawford, yeah, sure.
Crawford.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I was wrong about
a
that.
BG. Wow, all because of the 6-1 double hit play,
Nice job.
which is the play I liked. Wow, 1 away, 6 away. Crawford. Do gammons matter? Yes.
Yes, they do.
Yes, that's what you need to, that's the only thing you need to think about in the Crawford game, whether gammons matter or not. It does help to win 2 points. It's very critical not to lose the game if you're Chris Rogers. Now, Chris has won from this position from way behind several times here in Monte Carlo. So it wouldn't shock me if he still won the match, but I wouldn't bet on it. Right now,
Ah, look at this.
what's that saying, Damon Runyon? The race is not always to the fastest and the strongest, but that's the way to bet.
Timur is absolutely on fire in this match,
Yes.
and probably in many matches before that.
Yeah. He's making Russia proud. There aren't a lot of Russian players on the circuit right now because of world events and stuff. So it's nice to see.
Okay, 1 down to the 10 point, bringing more builders for making the bar and 5, and then just stepping up. Yeah, that's the play, definitely.
The hit was just too big.
No need to give anything because you simply play for 1 point.
I'd make that point and slot the 5. I would make the 18 and slot the 5. I don't think the bar point has that much value. Your own bar point has that much value. I like what he was doing.
Yeah, it depends on what strategy he has about this game, because in this kind of games where gammons don't matter, losing a gammon doesn't matter for you.
No, losing a gammon does matter.
Yeah, but not for Chris.
Oh, I see. Yeah, for Chris.
I think
yeah.
Chris's strategy here might be for playing a backgammon or another complication, which loses a lot of gammons, but can put your opponent under pressure. So this is why he needed the time to see if he can turn the game into such direction, but he went for the standard play, which you said you like.
This is going to be a little awkward. He could just stack on the 6 point, which I guess he should do. I don't see alternatives.
How about 13-11 and slotting the 5 point?
I don't think you should slot right now. I would just go to the 6 and stack it up. Hope to get lucky next roll.
All right, let's see if he will agree with your play.
Your play is certainly a good option. Make the 11 and slot the 5.
I'm not sure if this is my play. I'm only considering it as a play which might improve his position because now his opponent attack is not ready yet. But in the next row, making 7 point, yeah, it will be more dangerous. Okay, look at this. No, I definitely prefer your play. If he's gonna play safe, leave the spare checker on the 10 point. 5-1, 6-2, 6-4, 4-1.
Yeah, why not have a spare when you can have it? Yeah, I don't like this play at all.
I don't like this play either.
Yeah, there's no good logic behind it.
And there you go now, making the 7 or making the 4, yeah, even better. Yeah, I didn't see
One of
this
the
one.
first lessons I've ever had in backgammon from Oswald Jacoby, who was also a legend in bridge and backgammon. He asked me why I made a certain play, and I said, I don't know, it just seemed right. He said, don't ever do that. He said, always come up with some logical reason why you're doing it. And if you thought about it, there would be no logical reason to have the spare on the 8 instead of the 10. So,
yeah, there is the only logic not to stack the 6 point, but definitely the advantages were a lot more in favor of leaving the spare checker on the 10 point.
yeah. But the lesson is think about each play. There's a reason that something's better than something else. Once in a while they're tied. Once in a while there is no difference. But
The lesson is good, but look at this 6-1. Yeah, he needs to leave a shot.
yeah,
1, 6, 3, 4, and all the deuces.
that's all he can do.
15 numbers.
And he missed.
And he
It's not a
missed.
bad racing number, and this race isn't horrible. That's what he's looking at right now. Coming out from the back and racing probably is wrong. He's got to still be down in the race.
I am making the 3 point here.
Yeah, I think so too.
Waiting for contact and
Yeah.
waiting for winning a gammon because, as you pointed earlier, winning a gammon here is very important. So he needs to extend his
Yeah.
his.
Well,
prime.
again, you don't race when you're losing the race. I have 2, another nothing roll. Stack, stack, stack.
Not too bad, I would say.
Cleaned it up.
6-2 is bad. 6-4 is bad. And that's it, I think. Okay, that's not bad.
Bad, bad, not bad.
Suddenly 6-2 and 6-4 is already not so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard for Chris to win this match. He needs some additional help from here. And no
He-
timing.
He was in worse shape against Jurgen last night and he won it. So he's not giving up. This guy,
Oh, there's definitely.
he's definitely thinking about every inch he can get out of this game. But the odds are not good. But that's what I see when you watch great players. They're, oh, this is not on my list.
Yeah, I think he has to because otherwise, what is he gonna play next row?
I see. It's a good play. Good play.
5-4, really nice, bringing another checker.
I hated to give up that 2 point, though. That's his last hope, I thought.
Well, he can catch up in the race or under some circumstances. Well,
Not anymore. You forget the race now. Just bring him into the 5.
just bring him into the 5. Yeah, definitely. The best row possible.
Yeah. Well, one of the best. Pointing wouldn't have been bad. Where 3 does nothing but slot the ace. Slot the ace. Take your medicine. Okay.
So
There's a couple of bad sixes here.
6-1.
Oh, that's a very good roll.
6-5 was actually
Very
even
good
worse.
roll. Those three are forced, and now I think you take one off the 5.
Oh, you definitely do to avoid the 6-4 shot
Sure.
leaving number next
Take one
time.
off the 5.
And having more
Yeah.
spare checkers, better distribution, definitely. plus saving the gammon,
Uh-huh.
which was target number 1.
6-4, you said it.
Yeah,
6-4 would have played poorly the other way.
Yeah,
Left a
exactly.
shot.
leaving nothing now. And there is the 6 prime for Chris. He's ready for action.
6-4. Double one, clear. Oh, wait a minute. You can make a 6 prime. Close the board.
I would play 2 to the 5 point
And close the board.
You close the board?
Absolutely.
That's right.
It's the right play. Partially because he can roll a 6 now and nothing leaves a shot. There it is.
And there it is.
That's the ball game. That is the ball game. Timur is going to be in the finals of the fighters bracket against the winner of the match between Tobias and Zach Shell, I believe is his name. And the winner of that match will then play Jorgen Orlovsky tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow at 4 o'clock?
Tomorrow, 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock local time, which is the 3 o'clock backgammon time or WBIF time or Central European time.
And I think that's 9 a.m. New York time. That's where I'm from.
9 a.m.
In
New York
Florida,
time.
New York, yeah.
And how about the final bracket today? At what time is it?
Oh, they're going to play again at 4 o'clock today.
So game, set and match.
Yep, come back
Timur,
at 4 o'clock.
Azizov.
Thank you so much, Bozo, for joining me. I really appreciate what you're doing with the stream team. And anything that you do that promotes the game is great. And I appreciate all of your comments and help. It's a pleasure.
Thank you very much for
I'm
you.
gonna
It
go-
was
go
honor
congratulate,
being in your
Timur.
studio.
And get my dice.